Okay, what is this? Did you leave this here? Come on. Yeah, I have two. Why is it all here? These are just some of my most valuable belongings. Let's see letter. We wish you luck in your future endeavors. But I don't work for you.
You're the guy on the bottom. He's the bottom.
Welcome to the SmackDown review show that gets you hard the most, or at least half chubbed. Greatness of SmackDown. Wrestling world is wilding lately, people, because Mickie James got her WWE stuff once she got released in a trash bag. It's funny because I can't believe how stupid this is. Obviously that's very disrespectful, I don't need to explain you that, but I'm wondering whether it was intentional or just one of these scenarios where the guy was like, man, I don't have a bag. What am I supposed to do? I gotta send the stuff. We have trash bags! And he just didn't think about the consequences. But to be fair, every functional human being would be like, maybe that's a bad idea. That's kind of a wrestling legend and I probably shouldn't put her stuff in a trash bag. Mickie James called out WWE on Twitter, and Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, and John Laurinaitis apologized. I don't know how sincere it is, since it's the exact same tweet. Not the most sincere thing I've seen, or maybe, just maybe, they came up with the same words at the same time. There's only like 1 minute between the tweets. The dude responsible for this is fired. I remember this guy from Total Divas, I'll admit. I watched like the first season. Guilty. I'm so guilty. Okay, I'll admit, since I'm the Divas champ and I'm the biggest diva in WWE history, I actually wrote the show. I'm responsible for this, obviously. I don't watch it anymore though. By God, I don't watch it anymore. So we got something good out of this, I guess. I mean, I don't like the fact that the man lost his job, but if it was intentional, then I'm glad he lost his job. I don't know how I feel about this, honestly. But SmackDown was quite a good show. After two recent Monday Night Raws, I thought I won't enjoy wrestling until SummerSlam because WrestleMania fatigue is real. And to be honest, people, when I'm watching Raw, sometimes I think I'm scared that it won't end. SmackDown, on the other hand, especially this episode, absolutely delivered, so let's talk about it. The show kicks off with Cesaro. He was about to speak, but he was interrupted by Seth Rollins, and he started mocking Cesaro, congratulating on finally reaching his potential, but he doesn't understand why would Cesaro challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, because like Seth Rollins told him, it's not over until Rollins says it's over. Cesaro challenges Seth Rollins to a match, but then we saw Jey Uso. Jey Uso is offended that Cesaro thinks he can actually hang with Roman Reigns. You don't deserve that opportunity. You don't deserve to stand in the same ring with the tribal chief. Jey Uso and Rollins decided to team up and attack Cesaro, but then we saw Daniel Bryan. He praised Cesaro, like you can see the amount of respect Daniel Bryan has for Cesaro. He basically said that Cesaro deserves a title opportunity even more than Daniel Bryan himself. Because Cesaro is one of the biggest hard workers in the WWE. They also mocked Roman Reigns for not wrestling on SmackDown, but then we saw Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. And Roman Reigns basically makes a point that he beat both Edge and Daniel Bryan. He also called Daniel Bryan a bottom. That was a sex joke, by the way, from Roman Reigns. A gay sex joke. Reigns wishes them good luck and walks away. Then we saw a big brawl which turned into a tag team match. Cesaro and Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins and Jey Uso. That was actually a quite entertaining match. Some of the best talent we have in the WWE, so what else could you expect? Daniel Bryan nails Uso with a running knee, and Cesaro and Daniel Bryan took the W. So that was a great way to kick off SmackDown, but that was not even the highlight. After the match, we got the Cesaro swing. And while we saw the Cesaro swing, Daniel Bryan talked crap about Roman Reigns. They actually did the Cesaro swing again, and this whole thing was supposed to manipulate Roman Reigns into helping Jey Uso, but they made a strong point. Roman Reigns doesn't give a damn about Jey Uso. He didn't show up, he didn't help his cousin, just as Bryan and Cesaro expected. All of this is happening because Daniel Bryan and Cesaro believe that Cesaro deserves a title shot. Roman Reigns, on the other hand, thinks that Cesaro is not in the same league. So this already got me excited about this whole thing, and the payoff was actually even better than expected, but that happened at the end of the show, so we'll talk about that just a little bit later. Cesaro was one of these guys that I never expected to see in the main event again, and I believe it's kinda working. I'll be honest though, when he's talking, I'm kinda nervous. It seems like he's not gonna nail it, but I mean, he deserves a shot, right? Maybe it's hard to be a good promo when you're standing next to Daniel Bryan. Apollo Crews is angry that he has to defend his Intercontinental Championship tonight. Adam Pearce says you're not gonna defend the championship against Big E right now. He's gonna get a shot at the championship later. Tonight you're gonna defend the championship against Kevin Owens, which is awesome. I'll explain later. We also saw some tensions rising between Kevin Owens and Big E. Big E wants the title shot. He knows he deserves the title shot because he never got his rematch. Kevin Owens says, well, you'll have to wait. Big E doesn't even have a good point right here because rematch clauses are no longer a thing in the WWE. They're only a thing when WWE feel like it, which is something I don't understand either. The only reason WWE got rid of this rule is because we got a lot of part-timers and they wouldn't show up for the next pay-per-view to get the rematch. So WWE were like, okay, The Rock is not gonna have a rematch. Rematches are no longer a thing. It doesn't exist anymore. We saw Nia Jax versus Tamina Snuka, in which Tamina Snuka won the match with the roll-up. If there's one thing that I didn't like about this show, it's this right here. Daniel Bryan is still trying very hard to make sure Cesaro gets a Universal Championship opportunity. But Adam Pearce says, I can't do a lot, but I'll try. Which is something that I don't understand. Yes, you can. You're running WWE at the moment. You have the most power out of any on-screen character. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. So then we saw the WWE Intercontinental title match, Kevin Owens versus Apollo Crews, and Sami Zayn was watching the match on commentary. So that was actually pretty great, and I appreciate the fact that the mid-card is really growing in the WWE. So because of a distraction by Aziz, Apollo Crews retained the championship, and after the match, Aziz nails Owens with the Nigerian nail. The last time we saw this move in the WWE was, I believe, when Umaga was using it as a finisher. I'm pretty sure it's the same move, and I know most people will say it looks stupid, but I love it. I don't know why. I actually really like it. And also we saw Sami Zayn dancing. That might be the highlight of the whole show. That was lovely. I love Sami Zayn, the most entertaining wrestling character at the moment. So what I appreciate about this whole thing is that the mid-card division is really growing on SmackDown. I'm sure SmackDown pretty much nailed every division there is. The World Championship division, amazing. Reigns is the champion, one of the best champions we've seen in a while. Mid-card championship, fixed. Tag Team Championship, amazing. Women's Championship, pretty okay as well. I mean, Bianca Belair is a champion, lovely. There's a lot of room to improve, sure, but SmackDown for me is just the type of show that I enjoy. I appreciate the fact that the mid-card championship is being treated like a big title right now. No one is gonna get the championship away from Roman Reigns, so at least we have another major championship right now that most wrestlers want. Kevin Owens wants the championship, Sami Zayn wants the championship, Big E wants the championship, and these kind of names make it special, especially Kevin Owens, someone who was facing Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, so I really appreciate that. We saw a brand new interviewer, which I thought was Lacey Evans for a second, and while she was interviewing Apollo Crews, we got an attack from Big E. Aziz didn't see it, so once he came back, he was very angry about this. Aleister Black is finally back. Now, I'm not quite sure whether I enjoyed this or not. I mean, the delivery was absolutely amazing. It was a great promo by Aleister Black. I just didn't like the content. And what I mean by that, I'm not the biggest fan of this style of promo. Basically talking about nonsense that has nothing to do with wrestling at all. Nothing with personal life, nothing with wrestling, just some mystical crap. It was basically a 2014 Bray Wyatt promo, you know. But the delivery was absolutely amazing and Aleister is doing a great job. I'm sure many people actually really like this. I just hope it's not gonna be a regular thing where we listen to an Aleister Black promo and achieves absolutely nothing. You know, but I'm glad he's back, and I can actually see this time it working. And I was kind of surprised WWE didn't release the guy, but it seems like they kinda want this guy to be pushed. I believe they just didn't want to ruin the guy, so they had him off television. Same goes for Keith Lee. They know how special these two are. And in Aleister Black's case, I mean, why would you debut this guy in a tag team with Ricochet in the first place? That was such a horrible idea. He has the supernatural vibe. You should make sure his debut is very special, very memorable, very mysterious. He was in a tag team with Ricochet doing flips. But Aleister Black is back, and I hope this is going to work out. Bayley was disrespecting Bianca Belair. The Street Profits called her, so Bayley had to say it to her face. But she said, you know what, I'm so proud of you. That moment was special. I just wanted to congratulate you, and it's an honor to be your first challenger at WrestleMania Backlash. Oh, and by the way, and she starts laughing, of course. Bayley really deserves a title shot. I mean, she was really mistreated at WrestleMania. Like, after having the longest SmackDown Women's Championship title reign in history, I'm sure, that was just wow. We also saw Alpha Academy versus the Mysterios, in which Mysterios won the match, so I'm pretty sure the Tag Team Championship match is coming soon. And let's talk about the meat of this video. So basically we saw Cesaro and Daniel Bryan calling out Roman Reigns, and we finally got it. Reigns says to Cesaro that you don't deserve it. You're out of my league, you don't deserve it, you never have, and you never will. I'm the tribal chief, the head of the table. Nice to meet you, I'm the tribal forehead, the forehead of the table. And I make challenges right here. And I challenge Daniel Bryan. I don't like you, I never did, I never will. So I give you a Universal Championship match opportunity next week on SmackDown. If you lose, you're out. You're done. I don't want to see your face again. You're out of SmackDown. Dan Bryan hesitated, but Cesaro said, you gotta take this, so he accepted the challenge. So that was a very strong ending to an episode of SmackDown, ending it with a cliffhanger. Now we gotta watch next week. What's gonna happen and what does it mean? We're gonna get Universal Championship match on SmackDown. That's a plus. Roman Reigns is gonna wrestle on SmackDown. Another big plus. And also Daniel Bryan's WWE career is on the line. Now it could mean many things. Is he gone from SmackDown? Or is he gone from the WWE? We could see Daniel Bryan on NXT. We could see Daniel Bryan on Raw. Maybe Raw needs Bryan. Maybe it does. Raw needs Bryan, honestly. Raw needs a lot of stuff. Yeah. So I can't wait to see what's gonna happen on SmackDown, and this show made me excited about wrestling again. Thank God, because this is my job, and if I'm not enjoying what I'm watching, it makes my job a lot harder, trust me. Watching Raw is painful, like literally I can feel physical pain. Anyway, people, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to click that notification button and subscribe button and like button to acknowledge me as your forehead of your table.